Hello everyone, for Grayman Media, I am your host Devin Gray, and this is Down to Earth with Michael Kollar. Michael is an accomplished maintenance tech, aspiring YouTube influencer, and streamer. He's a husband at home but still shreds like he did in his teenage years, and you can find him on Instagram at flipnoodles101. Michael, how the hell are you?
Doing pretty good, man. How are you doing?
I'd be a whole lot better if I faded that out a little bit more subtle, but I'm great. Other than that, I'm not going to redo it. So, it's fine.
Makes perfect.
Yeah, that's right. It's episode 3, baby.
Yeah.
Episode 3.
Dude, I'm loving this room setup that you got here, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. By the way, if you have any kind of weird knickknacks or something laying at home that you feel like contributing, I'll gladly put them on the set.
Oh, I got hella knickknacks. Let me tell you.
There's a lot of it. But people who are listening, you guys probably, unless you've seen, actually I don't think I posted up on any social media, but we have built an entire set out of our dining room, which was basically being used as a cage for my dog, because obviously we didn't want a cage, so we just gave him an entire fucking room in our apartment. So
we don't condone caging animals.
Absolutely not. Or anything, really, unless it's like some kind of giant fucking puma that's going to massacre you.
Yeah, Austin should be in a cage, but...
Austin should be in a cage. Austin should just be in a cage. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, he should only be hand-fed.
I wonder if there's a way we could convince him to do that.
Man, that's going to look awfully like a kink.
It's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Do you think that you could get the shock collar on him?
Dude... Wait till he's passed out. This motherfucker sleeps like a rock. I could drag him outside and have that shot collar on him. Wake him up, have him run through the yard. He hits that electric fence.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh sure. No, we're gonna have a remote control.
Remote. That's perfect.
Yeah. That's perfect. He was really worried at first because he thought like it was gonna be like an actual electric collar. And I'm like, dude, no.
We'll have to find a way to mod it so we can put a padlock on it.
So he can't take it off.
Because the first time he's gonna take it off, he's gonna no, that fucking hurts. So he's gonna throw it off.
All right, so you're not going to get into a bathtub full of elbow noodles.
Man, I'll tell you, that sounded mad weird. Mad weird to me. And let me tell you why that was funny. I think I was telling you.
No, you were, but go ahead.
So the first time I met that man, Nathaniel, that had mentioned me getting in a bathtub of elbow noodles, it was at work, and I'm walking over, and I'm teaching him how to cook pasta and everything, because we're working at the restaurant. And he's like, Michael, first time I ever talked to him, by the way, he's like, Michael, let me tell you this. He's like, have you ever thought of getting butt-ass naked, laying in a bathtub full of elbow noodles, just halfway cooked, just al dente noodles? I was like, no, Nathaniel, I've never once thought of that. I was like, wow, your 15-year-old brain is just amazing. Look at you. Just kind of doing all these cool ideas here.
That's so funny to me because he knew he already had an idea for you. Mm-hmm. And I thought he just came up with that on the spot.
But no, that's why that was hilarious to me when I was sitting at home listening to it. I was like, dude, he's still pushing for this, dude. I was like, he just wants
years later,
pics, dude. He just wants the pics.
Look, all I'm saying is if we started to get a bunch of views and we could pay you.
Look, yeah, 2% of the company. I'll do all the stunts.
All of them? All of them. We got that on audio, right? We have that recorded.
All right.
That's a vocal contract and is legal in the state of Kentucky.
Well, with reason. We'll discuss those in my contract. But
okay.
I'll call my lawyer.
Your lawyer can get a hold of my lawyer. Yeah, we'll get a contract drawn up. All right. Okay, would you eat the entire can of gravy that Marcus got you? I think you don't. Yeah, I don't think you have.
That's the issue. He gave me this gallon. I mean, it was literally a gallon aluminum can of gravy for Christmas. I don't even remember why he gave it to me. I know it was just because of a joke, but I know it was a specific jab at me.
Yeah, well, everything
Dude,
Marcus did to you.
I kept that for a whole year and a half. Took it to my family's on Thanksgiving the following year.
He's going to listen to this, and he's going to be like, he got rid of it?
No, we used it, but it was at Thanksgiving.
Okay.
The following year with my whole family.
There you go.
Yeah, because I didn't know, what the fuck do you do with a whole gallon of gravy? How am I going to put this in a container? I have a whole gallon of gravy in the fridge. Like, what kind of animal do I look like?
In a can, nonetheless. We should probably explain that Marcus was our district manager at Noodles and Company, so he was kind of like the boss of bosses,
And he loved coming by on holidays, giving people gifts, and he also loved fucking with people.
Specifically you for some reason.
Oh, not just me. It's definitely everybody.
But he did, I think he got me an actual gift. He gave you a can of gravy.
But I can't remember. I think that was after the year that I was still 20 years old, and he bought liquor for everybody. He's like, "Oh, it's like you 21."
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude. What are you talking about?
I even went, yeah. Yeah, dude. He's totally
Somehow
kidding.
he's pissed at me for a second. Probably playfully, but
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Marcus is such a fucking character.
let me tell you though, earlier I mentioned your setup here.
Okay.
The main reason I mentioned that is that y'all are really pushing for this Liquid Death sponsorship.
What is it?
This Liquid Death. Sell your soul.
Oh, fuck. I got to do it again.
That's amazing.
So the hope is that they're not going to sue us.
That's cool. Well, I mean, it's free ad revenue.
Right. Yeah. That's what we're hoping. We're also hoping that they sponsor us, like big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I love their product. I love their
I
marketing.
have nothing but great things to say about Liquid Death. Let me tell you.
Yeah, as an avid drinker of Liquid Death.
It's great. You get to walk into bars with it, and people still think you're fucking drinking, and that you're not a pussy and shit. Like, dude, it's awesome. I love it.
It's pretty fucking metal.
Yeah, dude. First time I saw it, I was like, dude, that's a cool fucking beer. Nah, this is water, dude.
It's just regular ass water.
Plus, in a can, dude, their marketing's just, it's just so perfect.
This is the box.
Oh, man. Oh, that's right. You got a whole shipment.
Yeah, dude. It's fucking crazy. They have some really crazy marketing. I can't wait. I can't wait. Liquid Death, please. Not a sponsor, but absolutely can be. Michael, if you had 3 wishes, what would they be?
3 wishes. Oh, man.
Obviously, standard genie rules apply. You can't just ask for more wishes. And
All right, basic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff. So, like, can my wishes be for, like plural? Like, I want me and my homies to all have new houses.
Sure, why not?
All right.
So that's one.
That's automatic. Everybody looks out for everybody. If I had some wishes, we're all coming up. All right. But I'm not gonna wish for some money. We're gonna have to figure out a way to avoid taxes on that, because that's gonna bite us in the ass.
That is going to get you. They will come get you.
Doesn't matter if you wish for a house if you can't pay the fucking $2,000 taxes at the end of the
The
year.
IRS is going to get their pennies.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Plus, how do these guys just show up at 3 houses overnight? They're all in this guy's name.
Yeah, they're going to have some questions. You're getting audited that year for sure.
Oh, without a doubt. So
No, it's real simple, guys. I had 3 wishes.
So my first wish would be that. My second wish would be for my boys to grow up successful.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then my third wish. See, that's a tough one. My third wish would be that Austin would just break up with Christina, and then just come and join a polyamorous relationship with me and my wife. But she's not up to the idea.
I was going to say, is she down? Because I doubt
she
it.
doesn't even know about this yet, so she'll probably figure it out on the podcast. But babe, just be open to it. Just come on. Everybody's doing it.
Everybody's doing it.
Everybody's doing it.
Holy shit. What a way to ask your wife to be in that type of relationship.
And I got 4 weeks to warm her up to that. So.
Before this comes out? Yeah. It's true. You do have some time to put in some groundwork before she actually hears the question.
She's already probably lightly expecting it, like Austin said on the first podcast. But
Jessica, just make sure you text Miranda at some point. Make sure she listens to around the 8-minute mark on on Down to Earth.
I'll make sure she listens. I'm playing on a car ride or something.
You won't have to be in a very long car ride to get to this point.
I'll do it on our way to Newport Aquarium next weekend.
There you go. What's your favorite cereal?
Man, I'm a basic kind of person. I like the honeys. I like Honey Nut Cheerios, honeycombs.
You're right. You are basic.
Yeah, dude.
I knew it wasn't going to be chocolate. You fucking despise chocolate.
I can't stand it.
For some reason. You're like one of the only people I know.
It's just too much to me, dude. Like I could have like the M&Ms, like minis.
Yeah, sure.
I can have a couple of them, and those are pretty good. But the moment I get a mouth of chocolate, dude, it's just sickening to me.
Yeah, the only person I know
It's
that's
just
just
so
like
sweet and
chocolate, you're doing the most.
Yeah, it feels like the most flavor to me. Like, I just
Just
don't like it.
calm the fuck down. Like, let me catch a breath for a second. Do you prefer gaming on a console or PC? and why?
Man, here's the thing. I thought PC gaming was going to be the way for me.
Yeah.
This PC. I thought for sure it was going to be, but dude, I suck with a keyboard and mouse, dude. You play a game for 2 years on on a controller. Just getting a PC the next day doesn't gonna make you a professional player or anything.
No, you mean nothing.
No, dude, just so trash. And not to mention the other issues, you have way more hackers on PC.
Yeah.
So honestly, my personal experience on PC hasn't been that pleasant because you start off in these newer ranked lobbies because you have to create a whole new account and everything with EA. Or not with EA, but, with Origin or whatever, where I play mainly Apex Legends and stuff like that. You get thrown into new lobbies, level 1, and this guy that's just created a fresh hack account is ending the game with 30 kills out of the 60 players, and it's all headshots,
Something sus.
Yeah, something seems so weird about here. Respawn, get your shit together, all right? Respawn, you need to ban these guys. I don't know what you're doing, but...
Well, what I have to assume is that they're creating accounts separate from their main account, cheating, and then when they get banned, they just make a new one, right?
They either get banned, but here's the thing is that a lot of these accounts, and it's not just in Apex, it's in Warzone and everything, they don't get banned. It takes a long time and a lot of reports. Just because you and your 2 buddies got killed by them and all 3 report him doesn't mean that, the next morning he's not going to be in the same lobby killing you again.
Well, they got to be fair to some degree.
Mm-hmm. But, so what these people do is that they get these accounts and they rank them all the way up to max level with ease. They'll pay for the double XP weekends or whatever that is, and they'll get to max level, and then they'll just sell the account. Especially on PC, because selling the account is easy on PC. Anybody can.
People buy.
It takes no time to set up a new account on PC. It takes a lot to create a whole new Xbox Live account.
Yeah.
And then hook up your credit card to it. Now you have a whole other payment plan. PC.
So people buy that?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
something I never even.
I have a World of Warcraft account right now that's worth about $3,000.
What?
Yes.
How do you do that?
Because I have literally a full screen of max level characters, all level 120 right now.
So if anybody's interested in buying a, just hit up Michael Kollar. He's got you.
All max level gear. If any of you nerds are out there, they're all level 470 item level. Go ahead
Jesus,
and check
you've
that
had
out.
3 beers?
4.
Get a grip.
Dude, I don't drink anymore. I try to tell you this.
All right. You're gonna have to. Okay, so I've never played Apex. Explain it to me like I'm 5.
All right. So, imagine just watch the first time Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Right. Land, you drop. You're a team of 3, and what you are is you're a legend. You're like pretty much a superhero.
Okay.
You could be a robot with a grappling hook. You could be this chick that throws smoke grenades and drops airstrikes. There's all sorts of different types of characters that you can play.
Okay.
And then you drop in, and it's last man standing wins.
So in that regards, it's kind of like Overwatch.
It's a lot like. See, I've never actually played Overwatch.
I haven't either.
I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure that Respawn also helped develop Overwatch as well. I know
think
that
that's
they're
right.
Walking. It's actually based off the game Titanfall 2.
Apex is.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever played Titanfall. Or
I
anything,
did not. No.
But a lot of the weapons and everything are from there. A lot of the lore is also from.
So it's in the same
timeline.
universe.
Exactly.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's pretty much last man standing wins. Every character has their own strengths and weaknesses, and
Yeah, so, and that's the part where I say it's
a lot
kinda
like
like
PUBG.
Overwatch.
Yeah, it's a lot like PUBG and stuff.
But you
as
play
well.
as characters.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. So it's I'll kill you. Thank you.
Sorry, we got an editor.
Rat of a dog. Yeah, you're right. We were quiet when that happened. Although I'm not being quiet now. Oh, now he stops. Perfect. Michael, did I tell you today that I had a panic attack?
You sure did. What over? You said you're at work?
Yep. I don't know what happened. We started to get busy, and we were kind of already behind, and Brett was there, who was my boss, and she said that she was going to do an eval, which I already knew we weren't going to do well on. I don't think we would have failed, but we weren't going to do well on. And out of nowhere, like, I started having problems breathing, and I got dizzy. I felt my, like, chest kind of, it hurt. And, like, I don't know, man. I started freaking out, and this is only the second panic attack I've ever had in my entire life. So I don't know how to deal with it. But like prior to even Jesus Christ. By the way, guys, I have kids. Prior to the first one I had, even the first one when I got to the hospital, they were like, "Oh yeah, you just had a panic attack." I was like, "Bullshit. I had a fucking heart attack or something. Something's wrong with me. Don't tell me that. It's not in my head." And then this one recently, I'm more convinced than even last time. I wasn't really a believer in any of that shit. That shit's fucking real. Have you ever had a panic attack?
I've only had one panic attack ever, and that was maybe my junior year of high school or so. And that was over insects and stuff. My father's house had been infested with bed bugs.
Jesus.
I had moved out because of it, because I couldn't live like that any longer. And I came back and tried to help clean up and everything. And I mean, I tell you, pull back a couch cushion and hand turned black. You know, it got swarmed, and I couldn't breathe. I remember being so anxious that I felt weak. You know, I felt like my vision kind of fading out, and I remember just sitting in a corner and for like about a half hour until I pulled my shit together.
Move your mic just a little closer to you.
Absolutely.
There we go. Maybe a little up. Beautiful. Beautiful. Wait, no, okay. Yeah, so like I didn't really believe, like I was like, okay, well, sure, you're just getting overwhelmed basically.
Yeah.
No, dude, there's physical symptoms, and Brett, who apparently is well versed in these kind of things, she helped me, and she just said, name a country that starts with A, and then B, and then C and D, and like it helped a lot, and like now I'm glad that I've had that experience, because it's like now I know how to help somebody who's going through that. Like seriously, I didn't believe any of that shit.
Well, it's pulling your focus away from what you're panicking on.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
which I didn't even know what it was. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. But like for anybody who doesn't believe in that type of stuff, I implore you to see otherwise, because dude, the shit's fucking real. Mm-hmm. I was stressed.
And it's crazy, honestly. As we've gotten older, I've noticed more and more people with panic attacks, and a lot of people that say they get it from marijuana now.
Really?
You know, our good buddy Zach, you know, that's one thing that he said. He quit smoking weed for a little while because he smoked it one day and had a panic attack.
Well, he had it, but he has asthma though, right?
Yeah, he has asthma.
I would imagine that contributes.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't help when you smoke cigarettes and weed, you know.
It's not good for your lungs, bro. You gotta breathe.
Yes, I would panic too if I couldn't breathe.
Like, dude, God made you like without this one thing that you have to actually like, bruh. Like, you know that thing you need to do like constantly? Yeah, you just can't.
Yeah, we're gonna make it twice as difficult. Just automatically off the top before you're even born.
Fucking F in the chats. Get wrecked, boy. All right, Michael. Let's hit you with another question. What's your favorite song to blast in the car right now?
Man,
because I'm sure it depends on when I ask you.
Honestly, right now I've been in quite a weird vibe. I've been listening to so much new music.
Okay.
Recently that it's always somebody different. Here this last week, I've been listening to a lot of that new Kid Leroy album, or I guess it's his debut album that just got dropped.
I have no idea who that is.
He was the way I discovered him was after Juice WRLD died, or somewhat. He had posted a video where actually Juice WRLD helped him record a song.
Okay.
For his debut album. And it was a gift to him for his birthday. It was, you know, he even said in the video that it's a $200,000 gift.
Yeah.
$200,000 for him to have featured on that.
Right, because at that point your time's incredibly valuable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But so, you know, just listening through Juice WRLD and stuff, I came across his music. And then he was on a song featuring called Diva by Lil Tecca.
Who?
Lil Tecca. Dude, you're so uncultured. You just don't keep up with this.
I don't.
New wave.
You know what I've been doing?
Working and
I've been
podcasting.
I've been going back to a lot of really old like rock music.
Really? Yeah. I've been listening to a lot of country also. But
I don't listen to a lot of country.
I don't like country. But my job is, like I said, I work with a bunch of, you know, older guys that are, you know, grew up on a farm or whatever. So, you know, most of the time I'm riding.
Just making wild assumptions.
No, not really. Not really. You don't know these guys.
That's
How
true.
you gonna know? I work
That's
with
true.
them daily.
All right, whatever.
Yeah.
All
they're
right.
they're just hardworking men. You know, they're hardworking.
Grew up on a
American
farm.
Kentucky men.
Kentucky, man. We got a certain scent. Once you hit like 30, 35, you start sweating bourbon.
Swear to God. Swear to God.
I can only imagine what that would be like. Michael, what if you'd be an alcoholic?
Would you always be drunk?
Can you absorb alcohol through your skin?
I mean, I felt like if you were fucking submerged in it, like sweat, that it would have some sort of effect. If you're sweating, where's it coming from?
I bet there's a
Are you just
condition.
permanently drunk, and that's why
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is.
It's
They're just always drunk.
it's like kg and the
What you got in the water bottle? It's just a little bit of bourbon.
just a little bit of Kentucky gentleman.
I was also talking. We didn't do it on the podcast because I kind of wanted to save it for when I interviewed you. But do you remember when we took a trip to the liquor store in Buffalo?
I'm so glad you asked this. I was thinking this while listening to episode 1 and everybody talking about how each other was fucking ridiculous, but nobody pointed out how the craziest moment that I was involved in never got mentioned.
Run it down for us.
All right. So we're in Buffalo, New York. We planned on seeing the falls. Night before, we're just getting fucking schmammered. I mean, just crazy drunk. Well, Devin, he loves drinking, and he's not, smoking weed as much as the rest of us and things. And gets to like 4 in the morning, and he realizes that liquor stores are open till like 5 a.m. in New York, and that they close at 5 a.m. and reopen at like 8 a.m. But it's like 4 a.m. He's like, all right. He's like, we have to go now. Michael, come on. Get in the car with me.
Nope.
No, man, I don't want to get in the car with you. All right. Michael, Austin, come on. Get in the car with me. Austin says no. Dude, I already told you no. All right. Michael, Zach, get in the car with me. That goes on for about 10 minutes, constantly mentioning my name. Never unincluding me. In
Michael was going. That's
So I'm like, fuck it. If somebody has to go, it's me. If I die, I die. We're going with this. I'm going to go ahead and include on here that I was under the influence of the finest bitch alive named Lucy. All right, she had me so intoxicated. But
for the unexperienced, that's LSD.
But so we go and we get in the car. He starts driving. He's like, look, it's 5 minutes away. Got out his GPS. We start driving. He starts driving on the sidewalk. Half of his brand new Chrysler 300. He's driving half on the sidewalk, half on. I am amazed there are no street lights on this road in Buffalo, New York. And I remember sitting there at about a 45-degree angle up in the air. And I'm like, Devin. He's like, boom, slides off the curb. No, what are you talking about? Damn it. We missed our turn. Like I said, we're downtown. These are a lot of one-way streets. A lot of one-way. He takes a left. Takes like another left. Fucking can't get around that way. Boom. Oh, here. GPS says, get on the ramp. I clutch the seat. My ass cheeks are perking so hard. Like they are just squeezed together. I am tense. I'm just panicking. This man, he's like, well, what? He drives like on and off ramp. And he's going on the opposite road. He's like, dude, what are you freaking out about? I'm like, I can't even speak. I am freaking out that hard. And then we get finally on the right side of the road. He's like, see, dude, why are you tripping?
Oh, yeah, because you're actually tripping.
I am tripping balls. I'm literally so scared for my life. Never been this scared before in the car with you, by the way. So we finally get to the liquor store. Finally get there. I'm just so happy. That it's like, all right, you're going to have to go in. There's like gangs outside. Like full on gangs, guns in the back fucking section of their pants. Like, they're all cripped out.
It was not good.
Oh. So I go in, went in this long ass line. The craziest guy I'd ever seen. Do you ever see the old Aladdin movies?
Like the first, like,
Do you remember
Disney
when Jafar
cartoons?
turns to this crazy looking old man?
Yeah.
It's like, dude looked like that guy. Looked like with the lazy eye and everything. I was horrified. I couldn't understand a word he was saying. God.
Was that because he wasn't making sense or because you were tripping?
No, he wasn't making any sense. Trust me, I'm experienced tripper at this point. I know what's going on and what's not. But so I get the booze, go back out. Devin's not in the car. Not only is Devin not in the car, but the doors are wide fucking open.
Keep in mind the area of town we're in.
We are in Buffalo, New York, with a herd of gang members on the side of the fucking building. You know, fucking, like, literally causing pretty much a whole riot, like, of their own on the side. And here I am just by myself. No keys. No, I can't even leave him if I wanted to. And then he just comes out. He's like, "Oh, dude, sorry, I had to take a piss." He was gone for like a good 3-4 minutes. We finally get back, and everybody's like, "Yeah, good job, guys. Thank you. Awesome, cool. Let's pop open a beer." Dude, I am fucking so terrified and just completely distraught that I have to lay on the floor. I have to lay down for a minute and just breathe. Nobody even would believe me. And of course, you're so drunk that you deny. You're like, "Dude, I don't know what you're talking about."
I do that
smooth."
anyway.
Like that was the smoothest ride I've ever done.
You know what? Did we die?
No, we didn't die, thankfully. I took a you know what? And then we got drunk until 9 a.m.
It was horrible.
And then we left and went to a different liquor store and bought more liquor and came back.
Wait, was that when we left you?
Oh yeah, that's when y'all left me outside of the next liquor store.
Yeah, and you like just sat down. You're like, they're good. I have the liquor. They're coming back.
Dude, it was like 48 hours of just straight drunk.
It was horrible.
To where when y'all passed out, I mean, y'all were just out for almost 24 hours.
It was rough. It was rough.
We didn't
I
even
didn't
see
sleep.
the falls till the last day.
Yeah, and that was
the whole
and we had a race for that.
we were so broke after doing all this fucking drugs and paying for all this like $10 packs of cigarettes that we had to beat the 10-minute parking.
And it's fucking pissing rain. It's
We're running through
cold
the rain.
and wet.
I mean, it's easily like, 10 stories worth of steps. You're just running down these steps to see the fall. We look at it, take like 6 selfies each. Couple.
Yeah, that was
videos,
fucking rad. I'm glad we came.
ran all the way back to the car. Beat the parking, I will say.
Yeah, we did. We nailed it.
And we stopped at the gift shop for like a literal 2 minutes.
I don't even know how we fit that. I have no idea how we managed any of that. Dude, I didn't sleep in Columbus.
Oh, really?
I didn't sleep.
In that Red Roof Inn Plus?
Yeah,
Are you
in that
serious?
sweet Red Roof Inn Plus.
I slept like a baby there.
Because you guys went to sleep, and me and Zach were up for like an hour or so after you guys actually laid down. Mm-hmm. But then Zach went to go lay down, and I think he took like the only other like bed thing, and so all that was left was like a chair. And so I went to go try to get comfortable, but I just couldn't. And I was like, fuck it. I just didn't sleep, and then we just got up and drove to fucking Buffalo, where we also didn't sleep.
No, well, I didn't sleep at all.
No, you didn't at all. I did pass out, but that was on like the last day.
Tell you what, that acid, boy, it keeps you up. You can't go to sleep. And with the amount that I took, I mean, I think, who was it? Was it Wesley talking about the pizza we got in Buffalo?
No, he was talking
one?
about the one in Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember them talking. Nobody seems to remember that pizza in Buffalo.
Well, I was passed out.
But let me tell you, it was fire.
Everybody else disagrees.
You haven't talked to Zach yet. And I'm pretty sure Zach and Wesley were the only two awake with me at the time.
That might be
we
possible.
We walked to the Buffalo City Mall.
Authentic.
Yes. The man, he said, what'd you like? I said, I'd like a pepperoni pizza, please. He said, one pepperoni coming up. I said, whoa. No way. And this was an authentic accent. I know my accent does no justice whatsoever, but it was authentic. I mean, this man might as well have been fucking smoking while he was cooking this. He was Italian as fuck.
What about when we were walking the streets of Buffalo? Fucking all fucked up. We turn a corner and we see a monument. And you just go, is that the and then stop. And Zach goes, is that the Washington Monument? You fucking you try to deny it too. That was the best.
Look, I don't know what the hell they're trying to pull over in Buffalo by having these fake ass monuments all around their fucking horrible ass city. But, you know, look, some real dumbasses like me can easily do that. All right.
Is that the No, Michael, it's not the Washington. I wasn't gonna say that, dude.
At that point, still, did we?
Well, yeah, we were destroyed.
You picked us up with a 12-pack already pretty much open.
What are you talking about?
I mean, look, dude, we've already mentioned all the other illegal shit. We might as well keep going.
I hope Jay's okay.
Man, Jay, dude. Fuck, dude. Why'd you even mention him, dude? That's tough on me. Yeah. That weighs on me mentally, for real, thinking about him.
I just remember looking at Austin and Zach and just like hoping we don't have to fuck this guy up, because he was getting irate with Wesley.
I remember us shoving him out of the building.
Yeah,
I remember we were trying to go in, and he's like, "Oh, cool, I'll come in with y'all." And we're like, "No,
no,"
like shoving him, you know, on the other side of the door because it automatically locks once we get closed.
Dude,
He came up on a skateboard and tried to karate kick another homeless person that was asking us for money.
Oh, fucking hell. That entire trip. I think I might have mentioned it on one of the other podcasts, but dude, by the last day, I was so fucking done with all of you. I couldn't wait to get home.
Oh, I just remember that was actually the quietest it was the whole trip.
Yeah, it was. The way home.
The way back.
Yeah, it was so bad.
There's nothing else can be said. We're all just so fucking tired. There's no weed. There's no drugs.
No, we burned through all of it.
There's no alcohol. We had our flasks full.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Zach, if you hear this before I get to talk to you next, I have your flask. I don't know how the fuck that happened, but I guess you.
But I fucking have it.
Yeah, I have it. So.
You can have it back for the simple low price of $199.99.
It should be worth that by now. Think about the memories that are tied to it.
Yeah, dude.
I think he left it in the apartment him and Jake had. I think that's how I got it or something. I don't know if he accidentally left it there or what, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna keep this.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hold on to that, motherfuckers. Yeah, we can take an intermission here in a couple minutes.
Okay. I don't know why I just naturally started.
Yeah, no, you're just
don't
ready.
smoke, kids. I'm telling you,
it's bad, dude.
Dude, I naturally started pulling out a cigarette while sitting here in your dining room in your apartment. Yeah. Do not smoke in.
Oh yeah, no, I would have stopped you. Don't worry.
No, I know, and luckily I know you well enough that I was aware of that.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, before we had the kids, we didn't give a fuck.
Dude, the amount of times I laid in my own puke on this floor. Not on this floor.
Not on this one.
Across the breezeway.
Oh God. Okay, let's talk about the Crucible. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the Crucible because
I was fine that time.
Yeah, because
I'm gladly talk about that one.
The only two people who can really talk about it is me and you.
Zach could technically talk about it, but he didn't participate in the games.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
He wasn't competing for best man. He was
casually drinking with me.
He was already a groomsman.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he was casually drinking. He drank the winning champagne with whoever won.
Yeah. I guess Jake could probably talk about it too because he kind of ducked out pretty early.
Yeah.
He ducked out pretty early.
He's not a drinker at all.
No, and I was also talking about that. I was like, just pure body weight alone, he should have been able to body all.
But he had only drank twice his life up until that point. Also.
Right. Yeah, because he ducked out pretty early. And then Davey passed out pretty quick too.
Mm-hmm. But Davey had just moved back into town pretty much. Yeah. Like a couple months beforehand.
Yeah, he was not around very long. He just hey, you want to come to this thing? Like, I'm sure he knew we were going to get drunk, but I don't think he thought that it was going to be like that.
No, I'm sure he had no idea. That's way crazier than just going and playing a card game.
I remember Austin just being destroyed and us having to carry him from inside and outside of the fucking apartment.
Dude, he acts like he remembers half of what happened that night or that day. Because, mind you, this is not 7, 8 o'clock in the afternoon or in the evening. This is like 1 p.m. We started day drinking. The plan was for it to start at like 9 a.m. and for it to end by about 9 p.m.
Yeah.
So that way everybody could still go home, get a full night's sleep, whatever.
It was going to be rough.
By 1 p.m., Austin starts puking and he's laying down, so he stands up, he jumps off the couch, gets to your back screen patio door, he throws it open, and then he just throws half of his body out the door, and he's laying down. He just starts puking. There's children walking down on the sidewalk in scooters and stuff. They're pointing at him and laughing. He's puking, laying with his right side of his face covered in puke. I remember we took out his phone and we all teabagged him while he's in his own puke, and then took pictures of each of us teabagging him with his phone.
Austin.
He probably doesn't even remember that part.
He definitely doesn't. He definitely. There's only a select things that see, and the thing is when we got back, did I drop you off before I came all the way back after me and you had to fucking wrestle a dead Wesley into his apartment?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was in charge, or you and I were both in charge of getting everybody successfully home.
Yeah, because I mean we were the only ones who
And
could.
I remember I had Wesley on my right shoulder. You had Wesley on your left shoulder. We're just dragging him out these steps. These are like the sketchiest steps I've ever seen. Like there's holes all on the walls, like the carpet, like it's just covered in Rolo guts everywhere, and just dragging him, literally dragging him up these steps
Because he was dead weight.
Yeah, I don't even remember what he was trying to act fine. He came to life as soon as we had him up to the top of the steps.
Yeah,
And he kept coming back out and be like, "Oh, I love you, dog." Like his roommates, I guess at the time, had no idea that he was gonna be coming home this fucked up, unable to stand. One thing I don't think y'all mentioned either was he pissed on your bathroom floor. Do you remember that?
I forgot about that.
He went to the bathroom at one point. I guess maybe just trying to hide the fact that he was throwing up, being the little wuss that he is, and. We went to go check on him because it'd been almost a full 45 minutes. Where's Wesley? Go in. He's got his pants down around his ankles. Head is snapped back in between his shoulder blades. Pretty much forehead to the ceiling. And he's just sitting there with his dick out. Just sitting on the toilet. And then he just starts pissing straight off the toilet all over the flooring.
I totally forgot about that. That is so fucked.
Dude, he's honestly the one person I've seen the most tore up. To be honest, he's pretty close. Every time I've seen Wesley tore up, he's
destroyed.
He can't even talk to you. I remember we were trying to figure out where he lived.
Oh my!
And we
dude, that was like pulling teeth. I had to text his baby's mama.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it was so bad.
Yeah. We're just dropping him off at a place they haven't talked to him all day.
So Wesley told me basically what happened was when we first dropped him off, when they closed the door, he hit the fucking floor. Then proceeded to get back up and try to drink more, and then just was done.
Did they stop him, or did he
I don't remember how he told us.
I remember him saying that they were roasting all the fucking art that we had drawn on his face.
That was so fucked.
I won't indicate.
No, there's no reason to, but I mean, it was really rough.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck, something else happened like that. It was to Kyle Wolf, and we took pictures of it from years ago back at the first apartment, and it came up on my time hop earlier this week, and I just remember we duct taped him and brought him out to the fucking the balcony. It's just God damn it, that was fucking Kyle. Mm-hmm. That was just so Kyle.
Dude, I remember I invited him over to my 18th birthday party.
Is that the one that you threw the house party at?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So, I don't think my grandmother would be listening to this, but sorry, Grandma.
That's my only goal now.
she had just remodeled this house. Just remodeled it. She had went to go down to Texas for 2 weeks or something. And my mother's like, "Hey, if you want to throw a party, we'll throw it at your Nana's house, but it can only be it can be a decent party. You can invite 30 people."
Yeah.
Well, not a handful. She's like, "You invite 30 people. It's a large house."
Yeah.
She's like,
"That's a good size party."
She's like, "That's it." I was like, okay. Invited 30 people out. Of course, I don't think I'm popular or anything, but I forget that I'm a senior and I know pretty much, everybody in every grade. But so I went ahead and out of my paranoia of having a lame party, I went from 30 people. I went and invited another 30 people.
This is where the trouble starts.
Including Kyle Wolf, who didn't even go to my high school or anything. I worked with him. This man had bought a goodie bag of drugs, and that's pretty much the only time I met him or had known him was from work at the time. And invited him. And, of course, they destroyed everything. I mean, they didn't steal anything or break any, like, china cabinets or anything, but,
Thank God.
Ignorant teenager stuff, putting cigarettes out on the fucking floor, doing front flips over couches, kicking beers out of each other's hands. But sure enough, Kyle Wolf is there. And I remember everybody fighting in the garage over 2 joints or 2 blunts or something. I mean, like, literally 40 people all just trying to hit these 2 blunts. And walk in.
I believe you
kitchen,
said something about that.
And there's Kyle Wolf. And he's gone around and he's collected all the half beers in the whole house that everybody just started drinking, leaving. He's like, dude, I got like 10 whole beers. He just started killing him. Everybody was passed out drunk except for me and him and Zach Foley and my mother. And then we went around and we wrote on all 60 people's faces. Did the whipped cream, did all the classic pranks to him. All 60 of it. Anybody that stayed. Anybody. I won't say it'll be 60 because obviously some people didn't stay. But it was, you couldn't walk through the house without almost stepping on somebody. Everybody got it.
That's I don't regret going to St. Louis that day.
I can't believe it.
I do regret missing that party. Because that sounds lit.
I remember you telling me, bro, I'm going to be at your fucking party. Whenever that happens, just let me know.
Woke up that day and I was like, Jessica, we're going to St. Louis. Completely forgot about it. I'm not even going to hold you. I completely forgot.
I said at the beginning of this podcast, dude. Used to it, dude. Used to it. Used to be thrown on the back burner. It's all right. I live for these moments.
Yeah, okay. All right. Whatever. Next time you throw a fucking 60-person party, Michael, you just let me know.
Oh, yeah. Well, not at my house. Not at my house, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. It's never too early to start the kids, on the party scene. Let them know.
My kids?
Yeah.
My 3-year-old?
Yeah, I'll bring the 5 and 6-year-old.
Cool. We'll get them some of those
we'll get them like
chalk cigarettes.
We'll get them root beers.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
We'll take some cool fucking selfies. We'll put them in overalls and put them on the side of the road.
It'd be great.
That'd be awesome. Honestly, I was thinking about it, dude. You could do the same. Like how people have those Instagram pages for their dogs? Mm-hmm. Do the same with your kids.
Honestly, I'm not going to expose them to that because...
It's kind of fucked
up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to expose them to that because it's like, they're already going to grow up in that world.
Yeah.
They don't need us to help.
It's going to be so much.
Yeah, they don't need our help. Like, they do not. I remember I was listening to... You might have heard this one. I was listening to a Joe Rogan podcast. And he was talking about how his daughter... took a picture of herself in, this app that basically turned her... It was his 13-year-old daughter. It basically turned her into, a 20-something-year-old woman. Mm-hmm. And she comes up and she's like, Daddy, look, this is what I look like. He's like, that's not what you look like. And he had her go through the whole thing. Dude, it's crazy. Mm-hmm. It's crazy the shit that you can do now. And it sets an unrealistic expectation, especially for, young girls. I
can't imagine. I'm so blessed to have 2 boys. I know you're the same.
Same.
2 boys.
Dude,
I don't have to worry about going to fucking some homecoming and beating some boy's ass.
I never have to worry about my kid getting fucked.
You don't know that.
That's true, but
it's very un-PC of you.
Whatever. The point is the odds are low that my kid's gonna get fucked, and I just being a father, not even a father to a daughter, I don't think I'd ever get okay with that.
Yeah.
Knowing another man
Nicholas
is
come home and be like, hey, Dad, I got this corsage. I got this.
Yeah.
I got this dress. I'm going to go to this prom.
You're trying to get a rise out of me. I know you are. It's fine. It's fine. Look, I love them all the same.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Absolutely.
Obviously, they're my kid. What was the last thing you bought, Michael Kollar?
Huh?
What was the last thing you bought?
The last thing I bought? Just bought in general? Because, I bought a pack of cigarettes.
Right, other than,
You know what?
your little everyday
Glad
items.
you asked. I just bought a new truck.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. So now...
Well, congratulations. What is it?
Well, by the way, it's not new. It's used, but...
It's new to you.
It's a It's a 2003 Ford Sports Track.
Okay. It's like 4-door or what?
It's a 4-door. It's just a small bed. It's more of an SUV, but with a truck bed.
Okay.
And I could still tow and hitch.
Okay. How's that?
It's pretty good, man. I got it for work specifically because me now start working as maintenance stuff.
Having that utility.
Well, and I have to trash out apartments and stuff. You'd be amazed. People just leave, expensive dressers and full,
You just take that home.
Well, some of it I've taken home. We might even sell it at garage sales.
Yeah, I was going to say, take it home and fucking post it up for sale.
But some things you just can't. Like, if you go into somebody's apartment that, had gotten evicted or something, it's a whole 2-month process. You have to do a sit out or everything if they don't come get it, or if they just leave the premises and don't ever come get their stuff. And let's say their house or their apartment's now infested with roaches. It's been 2 months.
Yeah.
You don't want to take home furniture that's been, so it's hit or miss. It's
so a sit out, is that like that guy from Talladega Nights?
I'm trying to remember which scene you're talking about. I've watched that movie.
No, the actor.
Will Ferrell?
That's him.
Oh, you're talking about what the movie where he got set out by his wife.
Yeah.
She tossed everything.
So it's like that?
It's kind of like, so what happens is that actually after you get evicted, what happens is that we have to actually call the sheriff out after your 2 months notice or whatever, or your 30-day notice to move out. And if you haven't, then we have to call a police officer, and they come and they supervise us as we take all your shit and we drag it out to the side of the road.
Wow. I mean, come get your shit.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and then they have 48 hours from then to get all their stuff off the side.
And then at that point, you can do whatever
just
you
start
need to do with
throwing
it
away and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty wild.
Dude, yeah, they were telling me about that there was this veteran that had lived there. He actually went overseas, or he went overseas or
he got
whatever.
deployed.
So he got deployed, and he was sending money home to his girlfriend to pay his rent. She wasn't paying his rent.
Oh, brutal.
And after 3, 4, 6 months of nobody paying rent, nobody able to be contacted.
I mean, they had to.
They kept his uniforms and stuff out of respect. They couldn't throw away
That'd be
somebody's
fucked.
uniform.
Yeah.
They held on to it just in case.
Yeah.
But, so he showed up 8 months after he was deployed or whatever.
Finds out all the shit's gone.
Yeah, where's all my shit? Dude, nobody's paid your rent.
You hate to see it.
Dude, hate it.
You hate to see shit like that. Mm-hmm. What's your worst horror story doing this? How long have you been doing this?
I've actually only been doing this for roughly 6 months now.
You got any horror
Or
stories?
so. Well, after week 1,
Oh, so yes.
we had found this gentleman, and this is really the closest thing as far as in horror stories, other than just trashy apartments, like having to go into vacant that's infested with something.
That's pretty horrific.
It's definitely horrific. I do not enjoy it by any means. But is it?
You literally went
horrifying?
into a career path that could literally put you into the only panic attack you've ever had.
Exactly. Absolutely. There's actually this one gentleman that has bed bugs.
Oh no.
And his nickname is the Undertaker. That's what we call him. The reason it's for is because he actually works at the morgue, and he cuts up the bodies and gets them ready for display. Exactly. And he has bed bugs.
Yeah.
And I already told them that
When he leaves,
that I'm not going in there. That they got me all sorts of
somebody you got to call somebody else.
I was like, unless you're going to insure my house and all my furniture and everything, if I
Which
bring
of
these
course
bed
they
home-
won't.
No.
No.
Not at all. So, but he's lived there for like 15, 20 years. Honestly, he's probably got to die before. Yeah, which won't be that long.
Somebody's still got to fucking clean it up.
Ain't that kind of ironic? He's like cutting up bodies all those years.
And I mean,
And he's going to have to kick it. And
somebody's got to do it, and that somebody will eventually die, right?
what if that's the person he's trained? Think about that deep stuff right there.
That'd be fucked.
Yeah.
That'd be like
Be like, I knew that son of a bitch wasn't fucking healthy. Look at his goddamn lungs.
his fucking liver, bro. This guy's a fucking day drinker.
Oh my god, these bed bugs in his clothes. I knew he was dirty.
Tell us your horror story. Sorry, I cut you
But
off.
anyway, so over in the back of the complex, we have what's our shop. It's a little garage. It's just where we keep everything as far as ceiling fans and, things to just relative maintenance. And in between that is a shed where we keep all our ladders and large heavy equipment. We found this guy passed out, like not breathing, in between the shed and the garage.
Jesus.
Yeah, laying next to, and it was weird because he had, like, I guess he was carrying this cardboard basket, something just full of, like, cabbage and carrots and vegetables or something.
What was he gonna do? Make veggie stew?
I don't know. I don't know what he was doing.
He was on his way to make veggie stew, passed out.
He wasn't breathing or anything. My supervisor, kicked him once or twice. And we called paramedics out there, and I checked on him. He wasn't breathing. And, the paramedics showed up, and we just left it from there. We were off the clock, and I wanted to find out,
Not my job.
Yeah, I was like, but that was it. That was,
That's still pretty fucking crazy. Week 1?
Yeah, week 1. You know what happened on day 1?
All right, tell me.
This is how I knew I was going to be working at a crazy place. So, every morning you do grounds, right? Which is picking up trash, anything in the grass in the parking lot. We have a golf cart. Paul, one of the older guys that works there, he normally rides the golf cart around so he doesn't have to walk as much. And,
Sure.
So he's sitting there and he's picking up trash, and this taxi driver pulls up, parks like right in front of him, starts throwing trash out his window.
For real.
Paul pulls up, doesn't say anything, starts picking up the trash. Guy rolls down the window. He's like, "You got a fucking problem?" He was like, "Yeah, I got a problem with you throwing trash in the fucking lot while I'm cleaning." And of course, the guy was like, "Oh, getting in a fuss." Well, I turn around, and then by the time I look back, taxi driver's fucking flooring it out of the parking lot. And he's chasing him in the golf cart, screaming, "You fucking chicken shit!" He's like fucking throwing shit at the car. And he said he just ran him off like that. But this man I work with, Paul, he don't take no shit.
It doesn't sound like Paul takes shit.
Not at all. I don't take anything he says to heart personally, but it takes nothing for this man to be agitated.
He just goes off.
Dude, I watched this guy. He came up. Of course, he's like, "Oh, Michael thinks I'm mean." Or something. I was like, I get it. You've worked here for 15, 16 years. When dumb stuff happens or people say dumb things.
Yeah, you're not taking no shit after 15 years.
But this guy came walking up. He had just moved from the back left of the complex. And of course, the office is closed because of COVID. He's just standing there, just staring through the window. There's a big-ass sign that says office is closed in 3 different languages. Dude's just standing there, staring at the window. Paul's like, "Hey, what's going on?" He's like, "Oh, well, I just moved here, and I don't know my address, so I got to get my LG&E." Quote, that's a little dumb, but you could help him figure it out.
It could happen.
It's not that big. It's an apartment complex. It could be a little confusing. Who knows if the little subdivision that you're in is actually a street or if it's all considered one road.
Okay.
I was like, "You don't know what fucking apartment you moved into, and you just moved here, and you don't know what your address is? Are you serious?"
That's Paul?
Yeah.
That's ruthless.
I was like, "Whoa." He's like, "Oh, well, it's somewhere." He's like, "Where'd you move to? What building?" He's like, "Oh, it's back that way." Points to the back left corner. He's like, "Oh, it's 11-18-1. I said, "Oh, I'm not sure." He's like, I'm sure it's 11-18-1. I prep them." He's like, "I did everything in that apartment."
Dude, Paul don't take no shit.
Dude, zero. Zero. I love the fact that he loves me because we have had zero bad interactions. In fact, he'll tell me crazy stories of back in the day.
Yeah. Oh, I can only imagine after 15 years.
Dude, well, he's 62. He's like 62 or something.
Yeah.
Dude, back in my day, me and the old lady doing fucking crack. doing meth. We're dropping acid. Saturday I might take some meth with shrooms, and I'm selling 3 kilos of cocaine.
Oh my God!
And DEA comes at my door, and it's just endless stories of him either getting arrested or being like, and then I put the gun in that motherfucker's face. I was like,
Oh my God!
What's up?
And now he does maintenance at apartments. Man, what a fucking whiplash of a life.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And now he's a 62-year-old diabetic with a gun.
So anyway, this is how I knew that my workplace was going to be crazy. This man chased off a taxi.
This is the man training me.
Day one, you're like, what the fuck did I get into, man?
Brings up politics all day.
I believe it.
All day brings up politics.
I believe it.
Can you believe these Black Lives Matter? Like, Jesus, like they're first looting the Walmarts, now they're looting Kmart's, and they're not even doing... I'm just not even going to argue with you. You're 62 years old. I'm not going to change your mind.
You're set in your ways, dude. I'm not going to comment on you at all.
I'm supposed to work with you, and you train me. Anything I say is not going to make this relationship. So I think that's why he likes me, because I just nod my head.
You know what I like about you, Michael? You don't fucking argue with me.
Exactly.
What was your favorite Halloween costume as a kid?
All right, it's the only this is a good question. It's the only costume that I won an actual award for. I was at a costume party, and it was the funniest costume. It was Wedgie Boy.
You're gonna have to elaborate.
All right, so what it is that it's like these thin, look-alike jeans that have 2 fake butt cheeks that pretty much sit on your back, and then there's underwear that's just straight elastic that actually pulls up and goes over your head, so it makes it look like you have a crazy wedgie that's going halfway up to your shoulder blades. And then it's also got a little dookie stain on it, a little streak mark right at the right at the crack of it. And that's how I wore a little white button up, the Steak and Shake button up.
Perfect.
White shirt with a little bow tie.
He wore the bow tie.
Put some nerdy glasses on, tape in the center.
So,
yeah,
that's pretty fucking funny.
What else? I like comedy a lot. So even at Halloween, I'm doing whatever.
No shit, you're a Joker fucking through and through. You know what else I found really funny?
What?
Do you remember right after me and Jessica were legally pronounced husband and wife, and you got slapped in the fucking face?
Yeah, absolutely. It was a wonderful day. And, it was really beautiful there.
Oh, yeah, in the car with Austin fucking speeding through the interstate.
All right, I'm going to take this back. Earlier, I said that, like, my butthole had never been so clenched with Devin in the car. Austin did that to me while I was sober.
Austin's a maniac behind the wheel.
Dude, oh my God. And mind you, he's already taken out the back seats of this little car and put in 30-inch subs in the back instead of seats. So you can't even hear anything anyways. Like, womp, 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 womp.
While you're like fitting in between semi trucks,
flying, dude. I mean, you're just in the fast lane, just booking it, and he is keeping up at eye level with you by swerving.
It was ridiculous.
Left, right.
I was like, "Why are you doing this?" Like, I just kept looking at him. Like,
he's like, "I won't be late." I was like, "That's the groom right there.
You can't be late." Then he missed his fucking exit.
I am the best man. We are fine.
We have to be there. They're not going to start without us. The look of just pure relief.
Oh, from my face
when I told you I wasn't going to slap you,
and had me turn around to Austin already fully cocked and loaded. Yeah, that was pretty. You know what? Here's the thing. So I had that brief moment of relief.
It was very brief.
Oh, thank God. And I knew better. I didn't even have to look at your hand where you pointed and told me to turn around. I already knew something else was going to be waiting for me.
Something horrible was going to happen.
It was already. I had already known well too in advance that I was going to get slapped for it to have been that simple.
Before me and Jessica even made actual wedding before we put money down on anything, it was already determined that you were getting slapped.
Oh, absolutely. I don't even. Oh, how did you get?
I won a slap bet with you. I don't remember what it was.
I don't think it was a slap bet. I think the one you got for me was a bribe.
Was it? I mean, that's incredible.
I think I said something to where I was shitting on Brett or something.
Okay.
And I think you told me you were going to tell Brett. And of course, she was our boss at the time.
So what? What?
I can't remember what it was. I know I fucked up somewhere. I remember I fucked up, and you held me accountable for it by having that slapback.
Oh.
You blackmailed me. It was like, I'm not going
So not a bribe, blackmail. That's very...
It was kind of both because you were my boss as well. You know what I'm saying? So you were, in reality, you could have yelled at me.
Yeah, I could have.
In reality, it was a bribe, but it was also blackmail. So that way you didn't snitch on me to our next superior.
Who absolutely would have given you shit.
At 110%.
Yeah.
Or she would have just not said anything to me forever and just me mug the shit out of me like she did when I returned to work.
I hope she listens.
I love you, Brett. And I'll go and apologize for the way I'd like to cut me, I guess, but I still loved everybody I worked with. Sure, I didn't leave on the best of terms, but
Can you help me
do what you do.
Can you help me settle a debate? Austin Evans swears up and down he was just a regular team member when that happened.
You know what?
But I believe
the gangster in me is going to tell you that sure, whatever he says.
I have it on good account from one Michael Kollar that he indeed was not.
All right, look, if you want the truth, without my man Austin getting in trouble, mind you, this is almost 2 years ago.
Yeah, well, I mean, really,
3
what's
years
going to
ago.
happen? You took the fall.
That when I told the man, because technically I'm his boss
You were his boss
at the time. He was a manager in training or / manager, but he
was green.
He was fresh.
Yeah.
To this, he was just doing. Did he go to his apartment and get his TV and his Xbox and came back after the store was shut down early? Yeah, he did that 110%. Did I allow it? Yes.
Did you initiate it? Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, because we were already shutting down, but I was still gonna take web orders and stuff. But it was just gonna be me and him. And he was like, "Dude, we're so dead." He and I were talking. He's like, "We can play video games." I was like, "Dude, not only could we play video games, we could have a whole setup in this office." And he went. We played Halo 3. In fact, I got a picture if you want to see it.
I would love to see that.
It's not a picture of me and Austin because, like I said, I told this man.
Yeah.
He's
in no trouble. I just call him out.
When they find out and it blows up, I've already left the company. I said, throw that shit on me. It was 110% me.
It still is.
Yep. I was like, don't even. But I said, don't even tell him you were playing video games with me. Don't even tell him. Act like I sent you home early or something. I was like, I don't care. But let me see. This is. Oh my god. This is gonna be like.
Oh yeah, that's
got this phone.
You got to go way into the vault for that one.
Oh yeah.
Why are you looking for that?
Here, swipe. I already found it.
Oh wow.
Swipe left. There's just one other picture of the place being closed down. But that's just.
First off, why did you take pictures?
Because it was red.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Michael. Michael. Why?
Here, one second. Let me see. Let me pull up these details on this picture so I can tell you exactly when I took it. December 15th, 2018. That was at 8:13 p.m.
So it wasn't like you just closed in the middle of the fucking day.
Oh, no. We closed. We had closed an hour early, or an hour or two early, fully closed.
Yeah.
Because we hadn't done anything.
Yeah.
And labor was at 2. Mind you, this is because you've been with the company for so many years. This was the only year that they didn't close down for that winter break, right? They closed down for winter break when you were down there, correct?
Yes, they didn't the first year Cardinal Town was open.
They didn't, and then they did the second year that it was
And
open
then
when I was down there.
That's the third year.
Oh, was when I was there?
Yeah, because they didn't close.
Yeah, okay. So they didn't close the third year.
Okay.
And then they closed the others. But so we were at 400% labor
Oh, I can only imagine.
or something like that. Like, it wasn't even, we're losing money.
Yeah,
Like,
and Michael, the business owner, decided.
The guy that makes all the head decisions around this corporate company, this franchise.
My hope is that one day, even though Mike Lamb certainly doesn't waste his time with podcasts, he's got much more important things to attend to. Yeah. But hopefully he listens to this.
I hope it's not. I hope there's no legal. Well, I don't think there are. I think I got fired and that's about it.
Not only that, but I think at this point, you probably have some kind of immunity. It's not like murder. Actually, with murder, even after like 5 years or something like that, aren't you like? Isn't there?
Oh, the statute of limitations.
That's the one.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you're fine.
I mean, I don't think murder.
Maybe not murder. Maybe I'm exaggerating.
Yeah, probably not murder. It's a pretty serious crime.
Pretty
You always hear where they're like, yeah, we finally caught the cross country killer that murdered 30 women 10 years ago. Well then how? There's statute of limitations.
Yeah, no, there definitely can't be.
Shit, my mom's friend Larry got arrested on a not having a license and stuff for charges that he had back in the 1980s.
Oh my
And
God.
He had a DUI that he never had a license for like the last 20 plus years. And finally got pulled over.
Jesus fucking Christ.
There is no statute of limitations on that shit. But
What's your dream vacation?
dream vacation.
Unlimited money, unlimited time. Where's Michael Kollar and Miranda going?
Honestly, we would take if I could actually get flight lessons. Shit, I would love to actually fly a small plane for me and her over to the Bahamas.
To the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Just rent a whole island.
Yeah.
What do you see? I don't like beach vacations.
The thing. See, and I say Bahamas because I'm hoping it'll be a little bit more isolated. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
that makes sense.
Because, I've gone to fucking Florida. That's not a vacation. It's not. You congratulations, you spent all this money driving or flying over here so you could sit in traffic for 4 hours. Yay!
Yay!
Let's get to the beach that you can't go in because there's sharks or there's high tides, so there's nothing you can do. Wow. You're in Tallahassee or Jacksonville? Great, nobody gives a fuck. Everybody's in Miami. What, you don't want to drive an extra 10 hours to Miami? Cool, stay in Jacksonville.
Yeah, dude, I just don't get it.
No,
it's hot. It's fucking humid. It's gonna rain It's gonna rain for 5 minutes once every hour.
Yeah. I would so much rather. I mean, I'd rather be somewhere warm and stuff, but I don't like people. I mean, I love people, but I don't like being in crowds like that.
When you're trying to just
relax,
you can't be around a bunch of people.
No. I can't have fucking kids throwing footballs over my fucking head and going, go long, and people just drunk with their fucking dogs with goddamn trying to find metal underneath the sands.
God,
with
you
whatever.
sound like a fucking old man.
Dude, I swear I'm 20. I'm 24 years old, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm already 84 at heart. I swear, it's these guys I work
Having
with.
a wife and 2 kids will do that to you.
Like I said, these guys I work with, dude. When you just hear, fucking, you believe what these motherfuckers, that goes on all day for 9 hours a day. You start bitching a little bit more.
I'm used to being the oldest at Cardinal Town. But because these are college kids, and I don't want to say like they don't have like experience in the real world, because I don't think that's true. But there's very much definitely a difference in mentality than when you're in college and somebody who's only a couple years older like I am, but has a wife and 2 kids.
Yeah. Well,
and it makes me feel 1,000.
Yeah. Well, dude, when we were talking about, remember, every 5 years, you were like, wow, I was so dumb back then. Yeah. I mean, just because they're in college doesn't mean they're smart.
Oh, yeah.
Book smart, sure.
Yeah, all
but,
day.
I mean, I've had I've had people say the dumbest thing. I met this college girl the other day at Zach Foley's house, or she's, I can't remember what school she's going to, but she's not high or drunk or anything. We're just sitting there and we're all talking. And we're talking about dogs and spay and getting our dogs neutered and stuff. And where's the best clinic? And she goes, if you get a dog spayed, does that make them non-binary?
All right, and we're gonna take our first intermission. We will be back shortly. Let's talk about your admirations or aspirations.
Yeah, aspirations.
For your streaming.
Okay.
Let's talk about that. Why don't you lay that down for us?
All right. Well, so for my streaming, I plan on going and starting my Twitch account hopefully this week. I'm just waiting on my new mic.
Yeah.
Everything. That's why I was asking you about the quality of these mics. Because how much you say these were? About $70.
This is $70 for the entire kit. So
Not
you
a
get
bad setup.
you get the arm, you get the cord. Obviously, you'll probably want, unless you have an audio board like this, it doesn't need to be this one. You can find them for like $50. But if you don't want to deal with that, they sell them USB, so it plugs directly into a computer.
But I plan on having all sorts of content, whether it be for World of Warcraft, which I've gotten really back into.
Okay.
Apex Legends for PC and console.
Boom.
And then also wanted to try out some new games. Like I said, there's a new game that just came out called Fall Guys.
Yeah.
And it's technically a battle royale game.
Big on those, huh?
But there's no guns, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much this little blob creature, and it starts off with 60 people in a lobby, and they're mini games. So the first game might be a race where all the platforms are moving, and only first 40 people qualify.
Okay.
And then after that, it might be you have to maintain it. It might divide the team or the whole group in half, and then you might play soccer like Rocket League.
Okay.
And then whatever team loses gets eliminated. Then it might be, keep a tail, and people can rip your tail off and put it on themselves and stuff. And if you don't have a tail, you get eliminated. And it keeps going with these mini games until one man standing.
That sounds actually pretty dope.
It's pretty fun. It's only available on PlayStation 4 and PC at the moment. Not a sponsor, by the way.
But absolutely can be.
But absolutely can be. Definitely check it out. It's sweeping the nation right now. If you need a new game to be pissed off at and to rage quit at nonstop, if Flappy Bird wasn't enough for you back in 2013, 2014, let me tell you, this game is going to do it for you. If you need to break a couple TVs around your house, this is going to work.
You got a couple extra TVs laying around. This is perfect. Look, see, we'll just get you to read all of our adverts.
Swear, man.
It sounded great. It sounded really good.
I'll advertise the shit out of something. Let me tell you.
I could sell you anything. But oh my God. This man, Michael Kollar, I was explaining to him what the water softener does at work. This is one of the funniest jokes you ever hit me with. And so I was explaining, because,
cheesiest corny
it was great. It was great. And, at a restaurant, you have a lot of equipment that uses water. So you have to have these enormous, water softening units. And Michael, why don't you go ahead and tell them what you looked at me and said?
Well, so I was like, oh, what's this for? It's like, oh, this is water softener. So water softener? He said, yeah. So you put this in here and it softens the water. I said, it's crazy, dude. Have you ever seen hard water? He's like, huh? What? It's like fucking ice. Pretty sure water's already soft. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, all right. I got another one for you. Do you remember when somebody got up on top? Who was it? Somebody got up on top of the walk-in, and I pulled you in there. And I had it set up to where when you walked out, somebody poured ice water.
I was so upset. And then what made me more upset was that then I started strategizing. I started having to come with a plan. Make sure that I get Devin Gray back. I've done told only like 2-3 people. One of them being best friend, Zach Hebert. But yeah, just don't tell him. We're going to have this all set up. Make sure I tell him something's fucked in the walk-in. Something's huge going on in the walk-in. Dude, I don't know what we're going to do about this. He goes in there. I'm like, oh, yeah, we got to make sure this catering's right. Sure enough, I think I got Hebert
Yeah.
on top of the walk-in Zach. And I come walking out. I got this big fucking smile on my face, and I'm just waiting. Or no, Devin steps out before me. I'm just waiting for him to get doused with water. And it never happened. And I'm confused because it should have happened. This plan was flawless. You know, in my eyes, it has gone 100% according to plan. And I step out because I'm thinking nobody's up there. That has to be what's wrong, is that we've somehow timed this horribly. No, got me a second time. This man, Devin Gray, bribed my subordinates with pay raises to snitch on me and to turn on me as well. And they did it within a fucking heartbeat. They did it that second. No questions asked.
Fast.
Zero loyalty. If they would have been 6'9", they would have also snitched that moment in the courtroom on everybody.
And then you just left.
I just left immediately. I'm soaked. This is the second day this week that I'm soaked. And I had it out for you for a minute. I wanted to put Gorilla Glue in your seat because you'd sit there for so long. I'm like, if I can get him sitting there for like 30 minutes
It's
and some
over.
Gorilla Glue, his ass will be... He'll either A, have to get out of his pants and go home. I was like, or B, he's going to have to tear his pants to get out of this fucking chair.
Either one's not a good option. Luckily, that never came to fruition because, honestly, I don't know what I would have done.
I couldn't trust anybody. They're all rats. They're all rats, dude.
Dude, what did I tell you? Money wins wars.
It does.
And I had the funds and the ability to wage that war.
You're so lucky I was so fucking broke I can offer him $20 up front because that's all it would have took.
I don't know, man. What did I give him? Like a quarter an hour.
But that's what I'm saying. I'd be like, you can get a quarter an hour for this job you're probably only going to keep for 2 months. Or I can give you $20
20
right
cash
now.
right now, untaxed. You know what? It might have worked in your defense. It might have worked.
Like I said, I could sell anything.
Sell ice to a polar bear.
Absolutely.
Tell us about. I know that I've seen you semi recently get back on a board. When you run us through that.
What, that I'm fucking old? Like I'm out of breath after an hour of skating? Like, there's no running actually involved. There's a lot of heavy breathing, you know, couple tricks being land, maybe some grinds, you know. But I mean,
You used to shred.
yeah, and I still got all my tricks as far as flat ground and stuff. Maybe some of my simple grinds, but I'm just not in the physical condition anymore that I was when I was 17. You know, I've packed on so much weight and smoked so many goddamn cigarettes that, you know, back in high school, skating for 8 hours now seems like a fucking impossible task. It seems like I would have to have 2 or 3 buddies.
I mean, dude, I sucked. But I would still ride for hours.
Well, what's sad is just the skate scene's kind of died. You know what I'm saying? You
It
don't
has.
see, even, you know, when people talk about downtown Louisville and about how, like, you know, the park's just not the same as it used to be, but, which sucks because we just got that whole new park built and everything. I mean, I know it's been a couple years, but it's pretty much new to us. But, you know, you still don't even just see kids out in the suburbs trying to just ride around anymore. It just doesn't seem like it's that much of an idolized thing as it was back in between 2010
Everybody was doing
and
it.
2016. Yeah.
Everybody was doing it. I mean,
Everybody at least tried it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, even girls were just, you know, they were a skater and trying to skate.
They were giving it a shot, and yeah, you're right. I've noticed that a lot anyway. Like, people just don't skate. People just do not skateboard anymore. No, it's kind of sad.
It is, and you know, and there's some hotbeds that are always going to be for it, like, you know, like Florida, LA, you know, New York, these big areas, which is, you know, also where a lot of comedy and a lot of these podcasts and things, a lot of, you know, already fast moving environments.
Yeah, it's those environments are already a hotbed for culture and things like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Louisville in Kentucky is about the most culture you'll get in all of Kentucky.
If you leave Louisville,
oh, bro, you go to Paducah, dude, you lose all culture in Paducah. You lose a couple braid cells as you're passing through. Also.
I remember Jeremy Hennihan coming back from living in not Lagrange.
Let's say Lagrange ain't that bad.
No, where's my bottle? Versailles.
Oh,
he was living in Versailles for like a year or two, and he would tell me like how fast people would hear new music and stuff like that, and I was like, that seems weird. Like you'd think that larger city centers and stuff like that would. And he was like, no, it's just because there's not fucking anything to do. People just spend the whole day on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I thought, like, we spend a lot of time consuming content, but, like, yeah, it makes sense. Like, if you ain't got shit to do.
Yeah, you're just constantly looking up what's hot, what's next.
Yeah.
There's always something.
Yeah. You can't keep up.
No, dude. I find a new artist I love every week. I mean, my playlist is over 3,000 songs.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's not even every song that I like. That's just a handful from each artist. That way I remember.
Yeah, I've got it's not even a playlist, it's just my library on Amazon, and it's like I really do need to go in there and like make playlists, because like I'll be like 1 second, like I'll be opening it, like I'll play something like fast paced or kind of upbeat. And then, like, next thing you know, it's, like, old Beatles. And it's like, yeah, I love that song. But, like, that's not good for what I need right now.
Dude, I'll go from listening to Bishop Gunn, which is, like, a country southern rock band, to then listening to, like, Future, Lil Keed, couple other hip-hop artists. And then, like, the next song that I always play whenever I'm sick of listening to hip-hop, it's one of my favorite songs now, and Marcus showed it to us. It's by Alice Cooper.
Which one?
Called Ethel.
I don't remember that.
It's the one where it's all about the song about necrophilia. And this guy, and the song's about him fucking this girl named Ethel in a freezer.
Why don't I remember
I can't believe he played it loud through his Jeep speakers at Gaslight Festival in 2018.
Wait, was that when we were doing the parade?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Absolutely. That was also when you and I had gone over to the what's that military section?
What's
it called? Just right over there. In
I know what you're talking about.
Near the high school.
I don't remember.
But anyways, we were over there, and then Lucas Pryor came up on us.
Yep. That was weird. That was a weird interaction.
Hadn't seen him in years, man.
No. No, not at all.
And he just asked for so much, man.
Yeah, he did.
Love everybody, Daz, especially from high school and stuff. But let me tell you, if you haven't seen somebody in years, you don't ask them pretty much for money.
Yeah.
You don't ask them.
You got to be in a real rough
or even put them
part.
in bonds. Like what he had been like, oh, well, can I just chill with you guys? Well, actually, we're working, this festival and stuff. After this, we got to go home to our kids and our wives. And, oh, well, I told my parents I was chilling out with you guys, so now I'm stranded here.
It's like,
can you give me a ride?
Dude.
You're the most inconvenient. Like, dude, I worked all day and then came to this festival. Then worked this festival.
Like, I'm not trying to do all that. You're doing the most.
And like I said, love Lucas. And,
of course.
Hadn't seen him in years, but it's just when you ain't seen somebody in that long, it's so hard to ask.
Rough. It's rough to do things like that. I can't even imagine doing that to people that I see on the regular.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like to. I'm so conscious about inconveniencing people.
Hey, Devin, buy me a pack of cigs.
No.
Hey, come, why not, bro? No, buy me a pack of cigs. If I bought everybody I know a pack of cigs that smokes, I'd be fucking broke. My paycheck would be completely gone.
Obliterated.
I can't even afford cigarettes today. How am I supposed to buy you cigarettes?
And my dumbass would. Mm-hmm. Half the time, if you asked me, I'd give you whatever you asked for. Most of the time.
If I have it,
I'll give it to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Most of the time. You'd have to be a real sack of shit.
Yeah, you have to be a real fucking
for me
asshole.
to not like give you $5.
At least help you. At least give you a ride. Yeah, exactly. And that's why Lucas isn't an asshole or stuff. Is he probably got a little bit of Asperger's or something? Yeah, probably. But All right.
What was the last thing that you laughed at out loud when you knew you shouldn't have laughed at it?
I feel like you know the answer to this question.
I might. I have an idea, and if
Shayna tell you about it?
it's yeah,
All right. Let me start by telling y'all I'm a father. So, being the adult that I am, once a month normally like the second week of the month on a Saturday, Pokemon Go has a community day where you get to go and catch a shiny Pokemon or whatever. Pretty much a bunch of nerds gather around a really popular area and fucking make it impossible for anybody else to do anything. And then we just capture shit for an hour and then we don't buy anything and we leave.
just lobby.
So me and Shanda, a coworker of ours, we're walking through just being nerds. And I just see this little kid just come sprinting by. And I watch them trip. And when I mean they landed, I've heard grown men get punched. And it didn't sound this hard. It did not sound anywhere close to this. Smacked her face so hard. And of course, like, it just happened so fast that I just spit out laughing instantly. I was not expecting it. It's just like when you see your buddy just get hurt out of doing something stupid. You know, that you just laugh and then you check to see if they're okay.
But you didn't know this kid.
No, not at all. And not only that. This was literally maybe a 5-year-old at oldest. And the parents are behind us. And they saw me projectile spit out laughing. So me and Shanda then had to run to the other side of the mall to avoid them staring at me the whole time. And then Shanda just continued to tell me what a piece of shit human being I was for laughing at this kid.
Oh my god.
You know, but I have kids. They do stuff like that all the time.
Still fucking funny.
You know, yeah, still funny to me.
Still
Like, don't get me wrong. I check on them a little bit
Yeah,
faster
absolutely.
than somebody else's kid. But, you know, at the same time, fuck it. It's not my kid. I'm not responsible for them fucking
You're
up
not
their whole
rushing
face
to
like
their
that.
aid.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not going to go start touching kids, dude. I don't know what's going on. Like,
That's how you catch charges.
exactly, dude. Like, so I just laugh about it. And I just keep going.
Just
Yeah, just instant. I mean, dude, I couldn't. And I felt so bad about it instantly because I knew what had happened. I knew that I literally just laughed at this poor girl face planting into the fucking tiles at St. Matthew's Mall with their parents watching me just laugh and then not proceed to go help her either.
all right. I'm gonna ask you a question,
All right.
and you don't have to talk about it if you don't want. We'll cut it out,
Better. All right. Go ahead.
or we're not gonna cut it. No, we'll cut it if you don't want to talk about it. Can we talk about the time at Steak and Shake when you were staring into the cooler at chicken fingers?
All right. We'll talk about it just because this was a low point in my life that I'm pretty open about.
This is behind you now.
Yeah, and when I mean behind me, I mean almost 8 years now.
Yeah.
8 years.
Yeah.
So, long time ago, you all might remember a drug that was pretty much legal starting out, and that was spice. Catnip. Fucking that synthetic fucking catnip. But anyways, I was bad off of it. I was on
Real bad.
I went to juvie for a week for something I shouldn't have, and I was on probation, and it just ended up becoming an easier way of smoking, you know, because, you know, it's not weed, it's synthetic weed. You know, it doesn't pop up on drug tests. It's the same thing. You know, so I started smoking it, and I got highly addicted to it. Highly. And the chemicals kept changing and everything. Well, anyways, I was on this. Not only did I start getting so used to it that it, you know, that it was addicting, but I was getting so used to it that I would go to work on it. I would drive on it. I would go to school on it. I'm sitting there in classes, passed out asleep, like half the time just from fucking drugs, not even just tiredness. And I remember I'm working at Steak and Shake. And I go and I open up the fridge and I'm supposed to drop chicken tenders down. And I just, all of a sudden, time froze. I remember sitting there staring at him. And then I had this moment where I was like, what if I'm autistic? It's like, what if I can count all these fucking chicken fingers just by looking at them? And I was like, how many chicken fingers are in this box? Well, there's like 35 in a bag. It's like 3 bags in each box. It's like 4 boxes. That's holy shit, I'm autistic. And I'm sitting there. I'm sitting there, and then out of a corner of my eye, I see Aaron. And then I heard Devin go, what the fuck are you doing? Turn around, every coworker, everyone. The guy on the grills, the guy doing buns, both people dressing burgers, both the fucking Aborigine shake guys. you got the managers, Devin, Aaron. They're all just staring at me. They're like, what are you doing? I go, oh, I'm just trying to count the chicken.
You were cheesing so hard.
I know I'm busted, and I'm so high. I'm just laughing. I can't even move. In my mind, I responded, but I didn't. I didn't say anything. And then I remember getting pushed. You know, like those old '90s movies where they start pushing the guy around in a circle and shit, and they're just like, oh, what a loser, yeah. Yeah, they were pretty much doing that to me while they knew I was under the influence of heavy drugs.
Was that the same day your ass cheek was hanging out?
Yeah, probably. Probably the same day.
Well, all right, now that we've embarrassed you with the drug story, we can embarrass me.
Oh, that's fine, yeah.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you the first time I actually got high on weed?
Got high on partners.
High on partners.
Yeah, what? No. What happened?
Me and Kyle Wolf, we left Steak and Shake to go on break. We decided we wanted some Taco Bell. Pulls out some joints, starts smoking. Now, I had smoked pot a couple times before, but like I guess I was not inhaling or whatever. Never got high off it. Fucking dude, I was fucking blitzed before we even got to Taco Bell. Destroyed. I didn't remember anything. I didn't remember the walk there. I don't remember nothing. We get in there, and all I can remember is we look at the guy, and I guess the guy knew Kyle, and Kyle goes, yeah, we're on break. And he goes, yeah, it smells like you guys have been on break. and then don't remember anything else. Remember walking back. Don't remember any of the walk except when Kyle took my Crunchwrap Supreme and put it in a USPS box. And I was like, dude, that was so good.
Wait, you were already halfway eaten?
Yeah. I was eating. I was actually eating it. He took it out of my hands and put it in a mailbox. I was like, why would you do that?
What, dude? Kyle was the most ridiculous person.
He really was, dude.
And he did so many smart things too at the same time.
It would blow your fucking mind.
So you know how most restaurants and stuff, they'll have cameras with the little mirrors?
Yeah.
And to where they can actually see around every corner, so that way, you know, for safety precautions. Normally, it's never fucking useful.
Almost never.
But so Kyle, you know, there's a back door near the drive-thru, and he would always sneak out that door and he would smoke cigarettes. Well, for one, the door had an alarm on it that he figured out was a laser sensor. That he learned that if he could take aluminum foil and tape it to the sensor, that it would never set the alarm off.
Oh my god!
Even when it was set. So
that's wild.
That's wild, and a huge security measure that you should probably definitely get fired for if you're running a restaurant. Because if we got fucking robbed, nobody would be notified. Because
all you need is a little bit of aluminum foil.
Yeah. But anyway, so he did that, and then he also moved the mirrors around to where he could actually see from the back door, boom, to the right, boom, from that right mirror down to the line, so he could tell when the managers were going to look for him. So he could stand there and smoke his cigarette, and before he's halfway out, he would throw it out the window and then go run and act like he had been working the whole time.
Jesus Christ.
And that way he would have extra smoke breaks. I remember him taking the ketchup tops.
Yeah.
To everything, and then, you know, like the nacho cheese dispensers, he would cut off the tube of the nacho cheese dispenser, just jab the fucking kitchen cap into it. You're like, boom, there's your pipe.
Dude, he really was really fucking smart.
Dude, he was stoner level smart. He would figure out ways to not get in trouble and it would be the most effort ever used in his whole existence. You know, he would take all that mental energy and just be like, all right, how can I smoke weed at work and not get busted?
I remember Claude finding his giant cup of vodka.
Yeah.
And he wrapped it up in like fucking saran wrap and threw it in the safe so he could make sure that Kyle couldn't get rid of it until he could fire Kyle. I was like,
did they fire Kyle over that?
yeah, they sure did.
Damn, dude. I can't believe they fired him over that. I mean, it's so obvious. I can't believe you had to have that evidence. To be honest, in the first place.
Yeah, but he just kept getting away with shit because, like you said, he'd figure it out.
Yeah.
So that's why Claude was
Dude,
like,
but he
no.
wasn't that slick, dude. He would do like a gram of cocaine. He'd take some codeine. He would smoke a blunt. He'd smoke a joint of spice. He would then fucking take 2 hits of acid, and he'd be sitting there making shakes with drool coming down his fucking mouth. And he's been going ahead and blending up the same shake for like 25 minutes, and it's not even done. You know, he's the only guy in shake. Screens are bright red. He has no idea what's going on at all.
I remember some of the just the funniest, just absolute fucking. Who gives a fuck about our job at all? Me and you taking entire cases of whipped cream, rushing to the fucking break room, and doing whippets to the whole fucking cases. Whoa! Just
Welcome
giggling.
to Steak and Shake. My name is Michael. How can I help you?
Just giggling over some of the dumbest shit.
Bro, I mean, I'll tell you what. Don't ever eat at a fast food restaurant, to be honest.
Like honestly.
Ever. If there are teenagers working at that restaurant,
You should turn around.
They are fucking on top of your chicken nuggets, dude. You need to not go.
It's not
Automatically.
good.
Yeah, they are finger banging fucking right next to your goddamn milkshake. They are doing fucking blow in the bathroom and they're smoking weed in the lock-in. Like they are not.
They don't care at all. There's young adults. Usually you're fine as long as it's not at a fast food restaurant. Young adults at a regular restaurant. Usually you're probably fine.
No.
Teenagers at a fast food restaurant?
Absolutely
it's
not.
going to be bad.
Yeah, there's just so much. That's what I learned from my first job being at a restaurant is that, dude, teenagers don't give a fuck. When they work, they don't give a shit.
It's like, dude, I thought I was bad. And then you're like, you get around a group of fucking misfits. It's like, holy shit, why am I doing this?
oh, and you realize that the older and older you get, you know, you and I've, you know, you're still managing a restaurant, you know, and I was right there with you. You hire a 16-year-old, you're liable not to even fucking show up by, you know, third week. Like, they just don't.
They don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care. Teenagers don't care. And see, I feel weird saying that because it wasn't that long ago that I was one.
No, not at all.
It was not that long ago that I was such a fuckhead, but it feels like so long where it's just like, and I just sit there and I'm like, I get it, but like, if you put forth any amount of fucking effort,
If you didn't think your shit didn't stink.
they don't care. They do not care. We're fucking dating ourselves right now. Fucking sounded old as shit.
It's all right, dude. There's nothing wrong with getting old. That's you know, and you just realize, and everybody, even those teenagers, are gonna realize they're gonna get 5 years older. They'll be like, dude, what the fuck? Can't believe I fucking finger banged Nancy on top of those chicken nuggets. Like, dude, that was wild. Like, dude, I'll never eat.
Have you ever met a
again.
teenage Nancy?
Dude, I'm just coming up with names. Dude. I'm trying to be as, you know, because these are real stories, and I'm just trying to keep people's names out of them and stuff. You know?
Don't want to drag anybody through.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly. Fucking. I'm not gonna do it.
No, just don't. Just don't.
Just know I know who you are.
I remember one time being high with Kyle at Steak and Shake, and we just went into the fucking walk-in, and we're just eating blocks of pepper jack, and just looking at each other after each bite and go, pepper jack, for no reason.
It's just hilarious.
It was so funny,
Bro, if I saw a clip of us acting that way, probably now.
and there's probably some that exist.
Oh, I'm sure. But I would be fucking embarrassed. I'd be like, dude, we were fucking morons.
Yeah, I mean,
Morons.
you don't even need to see a video. You just need it's all up here. It's all up here. We did some dumb ass shit.
Dude, I remember Aaron catching me smoking weed in the walk-in.
Tell that story.
So, if, you know, of course, your life just sucks. You work at a restaurant, so you're like, I have to do drugs to get through my day. And if you're going to a fast food restaurant and you don't think the guy taking care of you is high, guess again. But anyway, so going to walk in, I got this little glass pipe or whatever. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm hitting it. I'm trying to get it hit, but it's a walk in, so fucking air is blowing. So you'd have to get the right angle. And I heard the door open, and I panicked, and I dropped the pipe, and it landed right on the floor, right in the middle of me and Aaron. He's like, "What are you doing in here?" And I tried to like scoot it away with my foot.
Dude, look what I just found.
He's like, "Is that a pipe?" I was like, "Whoa, no, I don't think so. What is that? Huh, that's weird." He's like, "Were you smoking in here?" Nope, not me. He had to pull me to the side like a couple hours later. He's like, "Look, dude, I'm not an idiot." He's like, I know for a fact you're smoking in that walk-in."
Aaron was cool most of the time.
Oh, he didn't snitch on me. I didn't get in any trouble for it or anything. He's like, "Just don't ever let me catch you again." I was like, "Promise you, you won't ever catch me."
Next time, I'll be way more careful.
So then I started going to the freezer, which was the extra section in the back that also had two doors on both sides. So if I heard the air pressure change on the other side of the room, I would instantly cut through to the other side, so I had another layer of wall.
It's time to dip.
Yep. I just gotta act like I'm looking for something every time, and it's always worked.
Was it you that came into Speedway with me when we were tripping? Or was that Zach?
That was Zach, because my heart
you
was
knew better.
pounding too hard for me to,
Just get done with a police officer interaction while we're fucking tripping balls. Me for the first time. Mm-hmm. And just like, I remember them like sitting there like, "Oh yeah, we're just smoking a little bit of weed." Like, "You guys aren't breaking any windows or anything?" And I was like, "No, not tonight." And you just like, "What?" You just looked at me so hard. They're like, look, they look down at our feet. All three of us have shoes untied.
He said, "Where y'all think y'all were going?" Three chunky white boys with all y'all shoes untied. All 6 shoes are untied.
It was not the LSD. Those were some of the most diesel motherfucking cops in LMPD.
Dude, jacked. Jacked up, dude. They could jack up your house if they want to. They're that jacked.
Anybody got a jack? I gotta change my tire. No,
Yeah, I got
LMPD.
Dude.
And we walk away from that entire interaction. Michael knows better. Michael knows that like that's fucking crazy.
Well, the only reason I think we got out of it was because you also pulled my wife's pregnant card.
Oh yeah.
Obviously we're just some teenagers that are just high walking around. They don't want us to get locked up over this.
Right.
But it really seals the deal. We're like, my pregnant girlfriend, fiance, is on her way. Like, right now, she'll give us a ride. I'm so sorry, but like, please don't. I don't know what I'm going to do if I go to jail. I'm going to lose my job. Sure enough, they're like, all right, whatever, y'all go.
Get the fuck out of our face.
So we started driving. And of course, we thought we were sobering up at this point.
Yeah.
We don't realize till we get in the car that we're still tripping. We're still at peak level.
See, that's the thing. Me and Zach, that didn't happen until we were in Speedway. Trying to talk to the guy. Just trying to buy some cigarettes. Just his face is like doing this. And it's just like, oh my God. Like, I'm still fucking tripping, dude.
Losing your mind. You might as well go watch that the Adventure Time original skit where they're in a gas station, where they work at the gas station.
Oh, you're talking about the regular show.
Yeah, the regular show.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. You were the one that showed me that, I think. Yeah.
I always get the two mixed up for some reason.
Nah, it's all right. Yeah, that whole experience.
Pretty much what you all felt like that whole time without working there.
It was fucking wild. It was not okay. And I still remember feeling fine up until I had to talk to him. I don't know what was going on.
All confidence went out the window at the moment because you start thinking, you got to think about what you're going to say. You're like, I got to sound not like I'm fucked up. And then you just think about too hard.
There's some confidence there's some confidence when you're like tipsy. You know, you got some confidence and you're like, yeah, no, I'm fine. I got this or whatever. You know, care goes kind of out the window the more drunk you get. Not with LSD though. And also, like, for some reason, it felt so fucking like I should not be out in public.
No, well, dude, the way you breathe is just completely different. Like, you feel it throughout your whole chest and your limbs and everything. It's not.
It's a whole experience.
Rule number 1, when you're doing acid, just lock yourself in your house. Just give somebody, make sure
we had that rule
to watch. But you know what? It took nothing. It took. That's the thing is, there needs to be somebody sober to make sure that you all obey the rules. 4 people tripping, going, I want to stand over there outside.
Just imagine if we were over there.
Next thing you know, you're 6 miles away from your house, fucking walking down a busy street at 3 a.m. at night, running back
Everybody's
and forth.
talking about the cops. We had no reason to even concern ourselves. We had nothing on us.
I remember staring at my phone, and it's, I'm tripping, so my pupils are huge and dilated, and I just can't see anything but this bright light and the sidewalk that is behind my phone. So I know I'm still walking on the sidewalk. And I just remember hearing, Michael, run! And I turned to the left, and y'all are already gone. I didn't even see. So what happened was that as we were walking, police officers passed us, and they started to turn left into the speedway about a half mile down the road. Well, what they saw was right when they started to turn left in the rearview mirror, they saw two kids dip down the fucking hill and start sprinting. So they turned back around to investigate. Where then I hear, run, Michael, run. And I just see red and blue lights. And I start running. I start running too.
There was no reason.
Zero. I trip on a concrete slab that's in the middle of the grass. Skin up my elbow to where I'm dripping blood, and I get around the corner, and we're just...
Where's Zach?
Heavy breathing. Where's Zach at? Where's Zach? Oh, I don't know. I'll just call him. I figure out he got away. He was ahead of me. He was ahead of you, Devin.
Yeah,
like he had.
we were sure. First. We were sure.
He was the first one to run. Call him. Somebody answers phone. It's not Zach. Michael, why you running? Michael, why you running? Where you at? It's like, oh fuck, dude.
We're caught.
Thank God, Zach. Dude, we're so fucked, dude. We're going to jail. How am I gonna tell this to my girl?
And we didn't even. There was no reason for us to be concerned.
No,
we had nothing
around the corner, dude. And that's the thing, is that they easily could have still arrested us for fleeing and invading. Not to mention they could have searched that whole area.
Oh yeah,
make sure
found anything.
We didn't drop any drug. We didn't drop anything. We didn't have anything.
But if they found anything,
yeah.
Oh, we would have got.
That would have been thrown on us.
Thank God, Zach. Cooler heads prevailed. Mm-hmm. Like Zach was like, wait. Zach was the first to take off, and also the first to be like, why are we doing this?
Oh yeah. Like I said, when you're blind. And all you see is red and blue, and you just hear, run!
you're just going.
Yeah,
I
was just like, fuck it.
The whole time we were on Barstown Road, we were like, oh, what if the cops show up? Even though, again, we had no reasons to concern ourselves with any of that. It's like, oh, what if the cops show up? What if the cops show up? And then the second you see them, it's like your worst fears have been realized.
And then you just take off.
Yeah.
And then you give them a reason to chase after you.
Had we just... I mean, but we couldn't. We were tripping.
No, there's no way. You're not rational.
You're not rational.
I mean, you are to a degree, but I mean, you're just...
When you're building something up in your mind the entire time and then it shows up.
You're just trying to stay safe. Man. You're just trying to stay out the way.
This is not chill at all.
Tell you, it's chill in Buffalo.
Dude.
Well, it was for me. I remember you being really annoyed with me at one point, being like, dude, Michael, shut the fuck up. I was just like, bro, it's okay. It's all right.
Oh, what, when you were tripping?
Yeah.
The best story that came out of that entire night, me and Zach turning the corner. Because we hear you in Austin losing your absolute shit, dying laughing. We're like, we gotta see what's going on. Right? Turn the corner, and the screen is loading, and then we start dying because we're like, they're just idiots. They're just laughing at the screen. Turns out, like, it's paused right when we turn the corner, but still,
it was. So we just started. We were watching. Of course, this first time Austin's ever done LSD, and we're at peak point now. I got this stuff from a person I had met in high school that I hadn't seen in years.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think we were going to be able to get it. They dropped it off at my apartment.
Yeah.
Like an hour before you even got me. Before the trip. Yeah. Like that day, an hour, 8 a.m. in the morning or whatever, I got them to show up and deliver this acid.
I was lucky.
Very lucky. I was concerned about it being bullshit.
Yeah.
It was 3 times stronger than I thought it was going to be.
Rocked your fucking
gonna
world.
Nothing. And it was a lot. I mean, after 20 minutes, it was hardcore kicked in. And I looked at Austin, and Austin just sitting in the window, curled up, just staring at the street. He's like, oh my God, they look so funny down there. But at some point, we're just sitting there, and we're just curled up. Because, you get the shivers. Sometimes you get the sweats. It all fluctuates a lot. We're sitting there on this pull-out couch in the loft. I'm just watching Adult Swim off the air. And it's the water version, I believe. And it starts with a dog. And it's just running down a hill. And you know Austin. He loves dogs.
Just loses.
Loves them. The moment he sees the dog running, he is laughing his ass off. And then it starts making me laugh because he is laughing so uncontrollably that it's hilarious to me. And we're just watching this dog, and he's just running down this hill. And then slowly, its fur starts turning into a river to us. And the dog jumps into the ocean or something, causes a splash. But we were just dying laughing, and right in the middle of the dog running, you know, they're like, "What the fuck are you all laughing at? Y'all are literally sound like you're pissing yourselves in there." And they came over, and it's buffering. They're like, "Oh my God, it's just buffering. What morons?" And they started walking away, and it just made us laugh twice as hard. Because as soon as they walked away, it was done buffering, and it continued playing.
Oh my God. Like, for that to work so perfectly.
It was unreal. It was literally unreal. It was the most perfectly timed. I mean, that would look like a sitcom skit to me. Like,
Yeah, no, it's not. And that's why, like, I don't know. Like, there's no way Wesley wasn't tripping. Because he took that shit with y'all.
He does that every time.
Yeah, I know, but how?
I think total, I've given Wesley acid 3 times. And every time, he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm not feeling anything.
But there's no way, right?
I almost want, there's no way. No way. He should be feeling something. I almost want to go and get like a liquid LSD just straight in the vinyl and bring it to him and be like, fucking peel those eyelids back. Like, we're going deep and just start dropping it every fucking place I can.
Every orifice.
Dude, here, I soaked this tampon in LSD, shove it up your ass. You want to trip? We'll trip.
He might never come back.
Oh, dude, that's how you go into fucking comas, pretty much.
Before I had ever even tried acid, Kyle would tell me horror stories of people who would eat sheets and just never be the same afterwards. And
God.
after taking it, yeah.
Sheets, though. I mean, you're talking
400 hits, right?
there's 100 hits in every sheet.
Well, I thought it was 100 stamps. And every stamp's 4 hits, right?
No.
Oh.
Every stamp's one hit, technically. It could be dosed more.
Right.
So there's like the actual milligrams of whatever in each droplet that is dropped on it. So some people might be like, that is double dosed. So, if it's like 1,000 milligrams, that might be 2,000. Yeah. This was triple dipped. That's 3 times the amount.
Yeah. But, and you guys didn't just take one, right?
Oh, in Buffalo?
Yeah.
I think Austin took one and then took another one almost immediately. I took 3 because I paid for it and because I'm an experienced tripper and I can handle it.
9,000.
Oh, dude. That first 2 hours, I mean, I pretty much just wanted to sit in a corner and just be by myself because I was like, this is so intense that I can't even focus.
To be fair, though, you didn't even know if they were going to work.
No, not at all. Not at all. That's why I also took 3. I was like, I want to make sure I'm going to have a good time. I was like, if I paid this much for all this acid, I'm at least going to get my trip.
It took you for a ride.
Oh, dude. And I mean, like I said, after 20 minutes, boom, kicked in as hard as it could.
What's it like being on DMT? What's that like?
The way, so if you've never done DMT or you've never seen DMT been done, it's pretty much a crystal that's vaporized, and like they say, it's in all living creatures. You can extract it from plants. It's pretty much just like ayahuasca, but a more concentrated form.
Right.
But so you can put it in the middle of a bowl of weed, or you can vaporize it through, fucking chicken bone, like crackheads or something.
Sure.
But the way I can describe it is that you have to constantly hit it until you blast off. And by blast off, I mean literally blast off. You will feel like you're no longer even in your body anymore. And the way I can describe it, felt like if you're holding on to a ledge, you're like grasping. You're like grasping to like still stay at the earth. You slowly feel like you're floating. Okay. And as you keep hitting it, and like I said, you have to keep hitting it until you get there. If you don't blast off, you pretty much waste it.
Okay.
So you gotta keep hitting it. It kind of tastes like plastic. a little bit.
It's not great.
It's not great. You know, it's not, it's not, but just like anything, you know, you're not expecting, you know, if you like to get drunk and you're drinking gin tonight, you're not expecting that gin to fucking be outstanding. You know, you're not.
That's not the goal.
You're not expecting if you do Molly for it not to taste weird.
Yeah.
You know, or smoke weed to cough. You know, there's always a consequence. But anyway, so I just remember losing my grip, and I just saw bright, like lights, like, you know, like those images that they show where it shows like kind of like people with different patterns, like I'm trying to, like, outlines of like what kind of looks like Egyptian,
Okay.
like images.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Hieroglyphics.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of what
I don't-
specific hieroglyphic I'm talking about. But anyways, any of those DMT visual images that you see, it's very similar to that.
Yeah.
I had a moment where I felt like I was fully at peace, like that I was satisfied with death, like that I was like, okay, like if this is what death is, that this is all right. Like this isn't, you know,
I'm cool.
This is peaceful. This is relaxing.
So do you think that actually maybe might be evidence as to why like people believe?
I think so, because like I said, now like you trip, just like very similar that you would, like visually kind of similar that you would to like mushrooms or something, where it's like colors and bright and vivid.
Yeah.
But you almost just close your eyes and you just let whatever you see come, and after 5 to 10 minutes, you're back. And like unlike acid, where you might trip for 12 hours
Right.
and then you have to sleep for another 12 hours afterwards to just recoup the mental energy, you could do DMT. Like you and I could do DMT right now.
10 minutes later.
We'd be fully sober. Like you could go to work and be 110% still,
That's ridiculous.
and go to work.
How long does it feel like?
Eternity.
That's the most common thing. Everybody tells me the same thing.
Now it's obviously over exaggerated.
Yeah.
And the first time I did it, I didn't blast off. So I got to get the feeling of it, because I was so nervous to do it.
Yeah.
You didn't, because that's what's scary about it, is everybody says, oh, it feels like eternity.
Yeah.
That's the scary part. I don't want to feel like I'm in hell for eternity.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
what if this
wake up
sucks?
and it'd be 5 minutes, you know? But so I hesitated the first time on doing it, and then I did it a second time and fully blast off.
You didn't let it take you the first time.
No. Well, because I thought I was almost there, and I didn't know what to expect.
Right.
Like, I'm like, dude, I do not feel right. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm feeling whatever I'm supposed to start feeling. They're like, no. You have to keep hitting it, keep hitting it, keep hitting it, keep hitting it. But it's so hard to describe on what you see, because everybody's experience is different, and it's almost unidentifiable.
Yeah.
It felt like just an outer body spiritual experience. Like no acid or Molly or mushrooms could even come close to comparison.
Yeah. Well, that's crazy, man. You ever tried DMT?
Let me see. Fuck. Nope. Did Austin ever get to tell you about his experience at all?
He did. Yeah,
did?
I don't know if it was recorded or not. I want to say yes, but yeah, no, he did.
Well, that was my one agreement, was that if I ever did it, I was gonna do it with him.
Yeah.
I was like, Austin, I was like, you've been my tripping buddy, you know, once a month, you know, for a short period of time, he and I were tripping together,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. And dude, I remember you guys telling me you did it. I was just like, those guys are crazy. Like, just it's such a. I didn't have to use psychedelics very long for me to kind of get over it. Mm-hmm. It was a lot of fun, but also like after having kids and working, you know, it was like I don't have. And I guess with DMT it would be different, like you said, but like especially with like acid or something, I don't have 24 hours just to block out. I ain't got 24. I don't got 12 hours worth of tripping plus 12 hours of sleeping just to feel like I'm regular again. I don't have that in my life.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's literally not. But like, I don't know, DMT. It sounds like you could do it, and it's just like you're fine like 10 minutes later. That's also a really weird experience because what other drug is like that?
None. Zero. I've done a lot of drugs, not hard drugs, like, like meth or heroin or anything. I haven't done anything like that.
Yeah.
But, and what I know about those drugs, those don't do it.
Yeah.
Meth, you're up for days. Heroin, you're slumped.
Yeah.
The
only thing could think of would be cocaine, but even cocaine, even after the high goes away, you still feel not right.
Oh, yeah, and I mean, if you do it, I mean, that high will still last for like 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not,
you're
not just straight 10 minutes later.
10 minutes, and I mean 10 minutes, like you go get in your car, drive, 110%. No reason you should fuck up. If you fuck up and you blame it on DMT, you're a fucking moron.
You're lying.
You're straight doing DMT while you were driving and you passed out.
Oh, God, you'd crash, right?
Oh, like I said, you blast off. Like, you would go limp, shoulder and out.
Could you imagine not driving, having a sober person drive, and maybe being in the back and smoking it?
No. It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much going on, too much movement, too much sketchiness. Me and Austin have done acid before, and then fucking was like, oh, we gotta go out to the store and grab some snacks.
Insane.
Get in the car and then drive a couple. Dude, we drove up almost to Taylorsville Lake one time. Like, we just kept driving up Bardstown. Just kept going.
You guys are insane.
Yeah. And we're like, dude, where are we going? He's like, I don't know. I was like, dude, we were tripping, and now we're like 12 miles away from my house. We need to go back.
Yo, you gotta flip this motherfucker around, dude. We gotta get home.
No, but yeah, it's honestly, if you haven't done it, do it. Do it at least once. Don't be a pussy.
Guys, we don't facilitate drug use.
No, absolutely not. But do it.
Oh, Michael, thanks for coming on.
Oh, it's not a problem, buddy. Anytime.
Again, you can find Michael on Instagram at flipnoodles101. Michael, is there anything you want to add and or plug?
Keep an eye out for my OnlyFans account that's going to be coming up soon. It'll be Flip Noodles 101 featuring Austin Davis. Go ahead and check it out. He'll be there. We'll take requests. We got some cuddle scenes and, just some really cool content coming out for you guys. Just hit me up.
All right. Well, for Grayman Media, I'm Devin. Don't forget, new episodes of Thoughts from the Mothership airs Monday, and I'll see you next week when I interview. Is it Nick Porter? Well, we'll see you next
Can
week.
I be here for that?
We can talk about that. We can talk about that for sure. Thanks, guys.